It is 1 o'clock. Welcome back in the fourth and final hour of three-man front. It's just been an incredible last 2 days. Appreciate everyone at Twin Peaks having us out. It's been great. It's going to continue on throughout the afternoon. Bama will tip off in about an hour and 15 minutes. We're paying very close attention to this game going on right now. Landrum between Kentucky and Santa Clara right now with 5 minutes and 17 seconds. Kentucky up by 1.
Yeah, Broncos playing well. They're going tit for tat. I'm a Kentucky fan. I'm so glad I got Owe, but he seems to be the guy right now that's doing everything for him.
It's been that way a lot of the season.
Yeah, it has.
He's been that guy.
He needs more help. That is for sure. Kentucky has added a bucket, 68 or 67-64 right now. Exclusive coverage of the men's basketball tournament on Westwood One, the NCAA radio network. Let's listen in as Kentucky takes on Santa Clara.
All right, there you go, 67-64 Landrum, under 4 minutes. This is the under 4 minute media timeout. So we will see how this one progresses. This is a big one for the SEC. SEC currently 4-1 in the NCAA basketball tournament. Also games that are in progress as we speak. Texas Tech, 15 minutes to go. They have now extended their lead over Akron to 52-43. Meanwhile, Virginia's up by 1 over Wright State, 13:50 to go in the first half. That is 11-10. So that gets you update on all the games that are underway. I did not mention Arizona. They're up 29-18.
Yeah, that one's Landrum called it.
Well,
Landrum called it.
It looked really bad for LIU when they only had 4 points, but LIU's finding some ways to score, which that was not a pretty attempt by their big. Oh, goodness gracious. You missed it, Pat. You guys missed it. But
for Long Island?
Yeah, watch big guy that they just showed, 34, run down the court and hit the 7-footer. Watch this. Running out of control.
Yeah.
Are they going to upgrade that?
If for all the BS, stop. Let's waste 10 minutes of your night watching this game that tipped at 9 o'clock. Moments we had with the officiating this year. If you're not looking at that one.
No, they're going to the booth now.
Oh, yeah,
they're official review.
Pat Adams, that's not Pat Adams, is it? I can't tell the angle. I'm getting a glare.
No.
Okay, it's not.
It is not.
Okay. Because Pat Adams loves to go to the monitor and tries to get an upgrade on a foul.
He likes the
technology. Just a casual elbow in the back. Nothing to see here.
There was nothing casual about that.
No, Conrad. I know. That was sarcasm. Yeah.
I don't know. The Arizona guy, I'm not saying he wasn't surprised, but, I mean, he is like a 7-footer. I mean, you got to kind of put your elbow into him pretty good. I just think it's
you got to put your elbow into him pretty good.
He was still trying to get down the court. He wasn't even in position.
I'll get an upset Bruin. Wright State's now up 16-13.
Oh,
you talking about your bracket being busted, Conrad.
Again.
You love the Hoos.
Absolutely.
I like Ryan Odom, their coach.
Yeah, his dad, first-class dude. Nice,
and it's still
nice
so
guy.
Crazy to me that he was the coach at UMBC when they beat Virginia as a 1 seed, and now he's the head coach of Virginia. It's a cool full-circle moment.
Well, and more full circle, I know I've told you, but his son was really good friends, best friends with Dylan Cardwell growing up.
That's right.
And so Cardwell, when they played AAU ball together and they played some of those club teams, would stay over at the Odom's house. And you ask yourself, how did Dylan Cardwell not end up with Ryan Odom?
By the way, it was upgraded.
Well, it should have been.
See, now this is where we'll find out.
It should be foul shots and at least dinner for that
Oh, ball
guy.
doesn't lie. See, that was a soft elbow. He would have made it otherwise. That's how basketball works.
That was bad.
Let's see if
Ball
you
don't
have
lie.
that same opinion when Phylon takes one of those today.
Obviously, I will have the exact opposite opinion in that situation.
Yeah,
He's not 7 foot, Landrum. He can't protect himself.
that's right.
He doesn't have Holloway out there to protect him.
If Bediako was out there.
He'll get enraged on. Will he be on the? I wonder if he'll be on the bench or is he still playing for the that international squad?
Oh, Bediako?
Yeah, I wonder what Charles is up to.
I think he had a
today.
final today.
I don't know if he'll be taking those. Maybe online.
Santa Clara at the free throw line. They have cut the Kentucky lead to 67-65. Meanwhile, Texas Tech up on Akron 52-46. The winner of this game will get the winner of Alabama and Hofstra coming up at 2:15.
Yep. And again, it's one of those things where you're just watching. I mean, even watching Akron, like, yes, I get it on paper. Like, talent-wise, that's probably who you would say you'd rather play if you're Alabama. But I don't know, man. They've got some size to them. I've been impressed. They're hanging in there.
I tell you what,
like
Molly,
loose tooth.
if we can, let's go back to exclusive coverage of the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network as Kentucky and Santa Clara are in action now in St. Louis. All right, there we go, as it's nip and tuck as Kentucky is in a battle for their life against the Broncos of Santa Clara. This is a 7-10 matchup, and this should not be a surprise to a lot of people, Landrum, because a lot of people have pointed to this game from the very get-go. Santa Clara, a very, very dangerous team, and the way that Kentucky has been up and down this year, it's been one of those years that a lot of Kentucky fans want to forget.
Yeah, if Kentucky can somehow get by Santa Clara today, I've got them being eliminated in the next round, as a lot of other people do. But as that was so eloquently described there on our Westwood One call, or the radio call, we're watching it as they're calling it in real time, and it was horrible execution by Kentucky. And make your foul shots. And don't give up bunnies, weak side rebounds.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
Mark Pope, you're not going to be able to blame the officials on this one.
No.
Santa Clara is just beating you at different aspects of your game. They're making it their game.
Yeah, and
I've
right
got
now,
that Braves hat. It's a lot cleaner than that, guys.
yeah, right now Texas Tech is up 59-51 against Akron. Taking a whip around, Wright State up 17-13 over Virginia, 11:43 to go in the first half. But back to this Kentucky game, Santa Clara up 70-68. 10 team fouls for Santa Clara, so Kentucky will be going to the free throw line,
double
bonus from the rest of the game. So, but
it just feels good when you have a feeling going into a game like this is going to be a tough one for Kentucky. It's going to go down to the wire, and that's exactly what we've got. It's been as advertised. This has been a great basketball game. Now, not if you're a Kentucky fan, but and there's another three that rattles out.
Yep. I tell you what, let's go back to our Westwood One coverage, exclusive coverage of the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA radio network.
Oh,
24.2 seconds left. We will go back to the ending of this basketball game, Landrum, and I just asked you off the air because, as he was just talking about, Santa Clara has out-rebounded Kentucky in this basketball game. That's kind of the storyline.
yeah, it's really hard to believe when you think about Kentucky, but Santa Clara, there's a reason why they're here, and this is why Santa Clara is a 10 seed as opposed to a 12 seed or something lower. And give them credit. They are not intimidated in the least by the name on that jersey. Oh, Mark Pope. Oh.
Santa Clara coach seemed like he really wanted a foul on that one. I would too if I was him.
Sindak, he's a
Didn't get
good
it.
coach.
Didn't get it.
Been around a couple of days in this business.
Was Sindak at
NC State.
State, but prior to that, was he at Cincinnati?
I don't
or was
think
that
it was
just Cronin?
I think it was just Cronin.
I don't know why I get those two confused. It's kind of like your Las Cruces in Albuquerque.
Arizona's up 38-20 over the Sharks of Long Island. 6:37 to go until halftime. At 10:46 to go until halftime. And Wright State, named after the Wright brothers, they lead Virginia 19-16.
Tell me, in your growing up and playing, whether it was JV basketball, high school basketball, did you ever hear the cheerleaders do the your roof is on fire?
Yeah.
We don't need
no water. Let the blankety blank burn.
Sure. I was just saying a couple points higher. But your version works as well. How about your roof? That's when it comes to protecting your home, your largest investment. You got to protect it with your roof. Do what I'm doing. And Noto Roofing had Chris come out, inspect the home, found some problem issues. We had a claims adjuster from an insurance company come out, walk the roof. They agreed with Chris, his assessment. Guess what? Roberts family are getting a new roof. You can be like not only the Roberts family, Justin and his family that works with us, Bill, one of our great Jocks listeners, that said, hey, you were right. They were immediate in answering the phone and getting out to my house. They can work for you as well. It's Noto Roofing, locally owned and operated. Sammy and Matt are the owners. When you give them a call, Sammy's going to answer the phone, 205-848-2299. Matt will come out to your house along with Chris. Just wonderful folks, guys that do what they say they're going to do, and that's all we expect. Noto Roofing, N-O-T-O roofing.com. That's notoroofing.com. Always tell them Landrum from Jackson.
Oh, my gosh. What?
Is that?
That was whoo.
As we continue live here from Twin Peaks, you hear the crowd. Pat, describe what just happened between Kentucky and Santa Clara.
Santa Clara hits a jump shot, a three-pointer, to go up 73-70. Kentucky comes down just past half court. It was Owe, correct?
Yep, Otega Owe.
Owe.
From the logo.
Contested guy in his face.
Off the backboard to tie it. Let's go to Westwood 1 now as they are looking to make sure he got the shot off, and it looks okay. Obviously, they did get the shot off.
Yep, that's good.
Yep, we're playing extra basketball.
That's incredible.
What a shot.
That was awesome.
Kentucky's season was hanging in the balance, and Owe comes through, sends the game into overtime. Look at that lady behind Pope. Man,
can you see?
Are you sure?
Oh, did you not see the lady behind the bench that was going crazy?
Was it a Judd?
No, it wasn't a judge. She was just.
That was absolutely
Herb Sindak. That's one of those moments.
That look on Mark Pope's face, though, that just thank the Lord.
Herb Sindak's face. That's the expression I made on that flight from Dayton.
Yeah.
All right. When we come back, we will have overtime between Santa Clara and Kentucky. Texas Tech up 64-55 over Akron, 10:51 to go there. As we continue on this very special Friday, day 2 of the NCAA tournament here on Jocks. They are now in overtime in St. Louis, Missouri at the Enterprise Center, right down the street from Busch Stadium, right next to Union Station.
Near the Bowling Hall of Fame.
Yep. As Kentucky and Santa Clara in overtime, as Otega Owe sends the game into overtime. Kentucky up 77-76. Nick Kelly just posted this a few moments ago. There is some new court records out on the probable cause for Aiden Holloway. And this is what was posted from the court documents. It says within the past 48 hours. Now, this is obviously detailing why they had probable cause
to search his apartment?
Correct.
Okay, gotcha.
It says within the past 48 hours, your affiant conducted a trash pull, and it gives an address that has been redacted, after receiving complaints. Your affiant observed on the trash can by the curb with blank written on the lid. Agents pulled 2 household trash bags from the trash can. In one of the trash bags, there was a box with a shipping label on it, name redacted, Tuscaloosa, Alabama 35404, and it was addressed to Aiden Holloway. In another trash bag, there was more items with Holloway's name on it. In the same bag, there was loose marijuana stuck to a cat food container and a partially smoked marijuana blunt.
Didn't take him for a cat person.
Agents ran Aiden Holloway's information, which his license returned the same address.
Why? Just a lot of questions there. But if this involves anything like what you're talking about there with what they found, and you had something that was shipped to your house with your address on it or delivered to you at your house with your address on it, I'm not advocating for this because this isn't great. I had a buddy in college. He was from Seattle, and he would have his friends up there sometimes send him a care package. And I'm not saying this was the right way to do it, but he would have it sent to the address 2 doors down from his place, and he would give them a different name. And then he would wait for the mail person to come and go pick it up and retrieve it so that it would never get tracked to him. I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do.
Well, if they're watching you, that in that case, it wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't, but again, just it feels like there were precautions that maybe could have been taken that were not.
It just feels like,
in a lot of ways,
on the surface, Pat, that with the details that are coming out, that they are pressing for the big enchilada.
Sounds like it.
Yep.
And that's not good for Aiden Holloway.
Nope.
No, the big fish theory has some sea legs, it seems like.
Well, and what if, just saying, what if the charge is the big fish?
Yeah. It's possible.
I mean, anything's possible at this point.
It is. I just feel like every new piece we get, there's maybe one small answer and 3 bigger questions that get presented.
Meanwhile, 1 minute and 12 seconds left in overtime, and Kentucky and Santa Clara, they are tied 79-79. So Otega Owe, who sent the game into overtime for Kentucky, he is about to go to the free throw line. Kentucky's in the double bonus, so he'll get 2 free throws here coming up for the Wildcats to be able to take the lead over the Broncos.
Meanwhile, Arizona leading LIU 51-27. Less than 2 minutes to play in the first half. 3rd seed UVA and Wright State tied at 26 around the 5-minute mark of that one. Texas Tech leading Akron, the winner of that game. A reminder, we'll play the winner of Alabama and Hofstra 66-60. Red Raiders leading the Zips with under 8 to play there.
All right, exclusive coverage of the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. Let's go back to St. Louis. They just took a timeout. Santa Clara just took a timeout. They want to talk things over.
That gives us time to tell you about our friends at Warner Ladder. If you're cutting down the nets or doing some home improvement this holiday season.
Oh, there. Kentucky is steal. Now they're up 4 with 52 seconds left.
Now they took the timeout. We're behind here at Twin Peaks.
How about this on the text line?
Anything's possible,
This is a new shirt for Kentucky. When there was no way, there was O way.
I was saying, Owe, can you see?
Okay. Yeah.
Or Owe saves the day.
Good one. They've got a lot of options.
All right, are we still live, Molly? Tell us. All right, let's go there now. so we don't miss this again. Exclusive coverage of the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. There you go. It is a final in overtime, and you have to ask the question. If I'm a member of the media asking a question after that game, why did you not foul Kentucky? Why did you allow them to take the ball, get up court, and try
When
a
you have a
35-footer?
three-point lead, yeah.
You got a 3-point lead, you foul him. You don't let him have an opportunity to shoot the ball.
But just that last 5 seconds in regulation. Tied at 70, Santa Clara hits the big three, and then Oweh, 3-4 steps?
35
past
feet.
half
Yep.
court, contested guy flying through the air, crossing his path, banks it off the backboard. And how many times do we see the team that's on the receiving end of that or on the other end, the wrong end of that, they can't get it done in overtime?
Well, how quickly the momentum goes from one side to another, and that was it. When you have the more talented, more experienced team, it's tough.
Well, you start
It's
doing
tough.
the math in your head, going, what were the chances?
It's deflating.
We're playing Kentucky. What are the chances now that we're going to beat them in
Yep.
an extra 5 minutes of action?
So Kentucky survives. They advance. That's what it's all about this time of the year. When we come back on Three-Man Front, we'll try to wrap things up our next two segments here on the program. This is Three-Man Front live at Twin Peaks on Jocks. Kentucky Wildcats, they survive and advance 89-84. One of those moments that will be added to the long history of Kentucky basketball, as Otega Owe, a 35-foot jumper down by 3 with no time remaining, send the game into overtime, and Kentucky, they take care of business 89-84 against the 10 seed. So, man, what a game in St. Louis to get that round of games kicked off.
Another upset brewing, though, Pat, potentially.
Yeah, right now, Wright State, nearing the end of the first half, they lead Virginia 43-38. Wright State's the 14 seed.
I was about to say, it's now with 6 seconds left, it looks like 43-38. So haven't had that big bracket buster game yet, but potentially that could be Wright State if they knock off Virginia. That'd be something.
That may happen, indeed. But Kentucky, that is the story during this morning's session. And as I'm looking at the other scores, right now, Texas Tech, the winner of that game between Texas Tech and Akron, will find themselves playing the winner of the Alabama game. And Texas Tech, they will be the team that will play on Sunday. They're up 82-66 against Akron. So Akron,
and then it got into like a 4 or 5 point game while we were all watching the end of the Kentucky-Santa Clara game, and then Texas Tech just a couple sloppy plays by Akron, easy buckets for Texas Tech, and now they're comfortably ahead.
Yep. So that is that score. Meanwhile, Arizona, no problem whatsoever. They are at the half. They're up 53-29. All right, your feelings on the Tide game coming up, tipping off here in about 40 minutes from now.
Yeah, in all seriousness, I think it's going to be very interesting, like I kind of mentioned earlier, how the first 10 minutes of that game go. Because Hofstra, they're going to want to limit possessions. They're going to want to hold on to the basketball a little bit. They're 317th in the country in tempo. Alabama's top 5 in tempo. So completely opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of the style of basketball that they like to play. Also for Alabama, how are you going to navigate without Aiden Holloway? And I thought one of the things that that Wimp Sanderson brought up with us when he joined us earlier in the show was not even so much how does that affect the scoring of, a Wrightsell stepping up or a Millette stepping up or an Amari Allen having to play more of a on-the-ball kind of a role, but what does that do for Phylon, right? Does that make it a little more difficult for Phylon to get into a rhythm early and lead the scoring charge there for the Crimson Tide? So I do think ultimately Alabama, they have more than enough talent to win this game. If they shoot the ball well from 3, they're going to win the basketball game. But I do think that the first 10 to 12 minutes could get a little uncomfortable as they're just trying to kind of figure things out because, the reality of it is you have a lot of depth at guard, but Aiden Holloway was your second best scorer. He's your second most reliable guy, and now you don't have him. So there's going to be some growing pains that come with that. But, again, everything you've heard from Nate Oates this week sounds good. Positive encouragement, guys stepping up in practice, guys stepping up in leadership roles. I think we'll have them ready to go, especially after the disappointment that came last week against Ole Miss.
All right, so a game that we'll be paying very close attention to in the second half because they just went to halftime. Wright State is up 43-38 over Virginia. Virginia is a 3 seed, so they're down by 5. And you think back to yesterday how some of those higher seeds kind of played lackadaisical basketball in the first half, kind of had a wake-up call at halftime.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens for Virginia. Both teams shooting about the same in regards to the field goal percentage. Wright State's actually shooting 2 percentage points below Virginia right now.
And this is different because I know a lot of people, maybe you don't catch up with Virginia, you only watch them in the tournament. This is not the Tony Bennett Virginia teams and that style of play where it's just the grinding defense and going for the easy 2-point shots and just kind of a slow burn of a basketball team. This is a much more potent offensive team under Coach Odom. And, 38 in the first half, but giving up 43. Wright State, we'll see if they can pull it off. Are they going to be more of a VCU-type team, or are they going to be more of a Siena or maybe an Akron in the second half where they just kind of falter a little bit down the stretch?
Alabama tips off at 2:15, and it's pretty much academic. It's a 19-point lead right now for Texas Tech. A little bit surprised that Akron did not give them a more of a game.
Ran Texas, out of gas, it looks like.
Yeah. It did. By the way, not speaking of running out of gas, but came out of the restroom here at Twin Peaks, and ran into Randy, one of our great Jocks listeners. I've never met Randy. I've never seen Randy before, but Randy, who's actually not even sitting here in our Jocks area, he is out there, and he said, I listen to y'all's program every day and tell him I really enjoy it. So thank y'all for
Awesome.
what you do. And he said Molly is a very bright young professional, and he enjoys Molly's work. And I forgot what he said about Conrad.
Probably not something positive.
No, I think it was
Those
positive.
are hard to come by.
It was one of those kind of backhanded positives.
Yeah, like not bad for a communist.
He's like, he's kind of like the smelly child, you know.
Somebody's got to love him, right?
Yeah. That's not what he said.
All right, so Texas Tech, they're going to get a W in the books. They will advance.
Guns it.
They get to sit back this afternoon.
Where's
and
Cody Campbell?
Watch the next game. I'm sure he's there.
Him and Brendan Sorsby sitting courtside.
Cody Campbell at Texas Tech, their fan base, if it's like the guy that I met at the Final Four back in 2019 that was doing the $250 shots of the Pappy, they got some high rollers.
Yeah, that oil money.
That's all that.
How do you say it, Pat?
Oil.
Oil. The oil money.
It's all that oil.
Oil money.
Texas Tech.
Yeah, they're doing the
Black Devil.
good job, pat on the back. We tried our best for Akron. Give me a break. Win the game.
Zippy the Kangaroo will not be hopping tonight.
So if LeBron showed up with 42 seconds left, do you think he could score 19 points and tie this up? Maybe 10 years ago.
You're not gonna bait me into that one today. Not gonna do it.
All right, our final break of the week. When we come back, we'll get you updated on everything that's happening. 4 games in this early morning session. 1 is already in the books. We'll give you the rundown, what happened, what's next on top. That's next on 3-Man Front. It is 1:49 here on Jocks, three-man front. Once again, major thank you for Jason and the great people here at Twin Peaks for having us. And thanks to all the great Jocks listeners. We have had this place packed. And just on our section of the rest, the whole restaurant's packed, but our section was filled with Jocks listeners, folks that we have gotten to know over the last few years on Tuesday, and they did not disappoint. We had 3 remotes this week.
3 road shows.
I've seen a lot of these people more than I've seen my own family. It's been that kind of week.
We need to talk. Everything okay?
Everything's fine. I'm just saying it's.
Well, yes, we have been surrounded by this, but we wouldn't have it any other way.
No, it's been great. It's been fantastic.
It's been wonderful.
Great food, great camaraderie amongst all the fine folks listening and watching these games. It's going to be fascinating to watch Conrad Van Order. I don't know if I've ever watched a basketball game with Conrad Van Order. Have you?
No,
It's a.
don't think I have.
It's a. Well, you saw
yes,
me.
yes,
You've
yes.
seen
we
me at
did
my
it.
lowest.
We did it live. We watched it live. You're talking about a TV game.
Yeah.
Because we saw it live at the American Conference Tournament.
Yeah. No.
You know, he's talking about an Alabama game, right? An Alabama basketball game. Yeah, it's going to be a. It won't be as intense as what you saw in Atlanta when we were there for the football.
Years from now, Pat,
The
when your
football game.
grandkids, when they go, I don't know what they're going to call you.
Pappy.
Papa Oz?
Papa Oz.
Papa's.
Yeah, Papa Oz. Have you ever seen a basketball game start with a technical foul and somebody shooting a free throw before they jump?
It'll be like some trivia question. I said, I was there.
Yep. Tell me about that day, and you'll talk about your experience.
Yeah. I'll talk about how Conrad got us kicked out of the lower bowl. Remember? Because Conrad told us to sit in a section that we weren't supposed to be sitting in.
Was reserved for an imaginary tuba player.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted us to have good seats, and we had good seats for half of a basketball game. They were great seats. It worked until it didn't.
Look, I appreciate the effort, but the pep band area, the number of seats that were reserved from them, I was thinking this is not a marching band. Like they
Yes.
there were just a lot of seats.
There's only 3 of us.
And not another pep band in the building.
Correct. But, you know, it is what it is.
I digress.
It is. No, it's fine. It's water under the bridge. We had a good time anyways. It's fine. I'm not mad.
I'm just like you. I'm going to get it out one way or another.
Yeah.
That was the delayed. All right, I'm done.
If you're continuing to follow this
Fired up about it next morning.
Aiden Holloway story, some of this stuff is just the probable cause because they had pulled a bag from the trash and it was in that same bag was loose marijuana stuck to a cat food container.
And Conrad never took Aiden Holloway for a cat person.
Did you?
That's a whole nother topic.
That's what I'm saying.
I would think that I could actually see Aiden Holloway with a cat.
Okay.
Pat?
Well, and I guess with his schedule of being a basketball player, potentially having a hobby on the side, you're maybe not at home a whole lot.
He
so it's easier to have a cat.
He seems like a shy, reserved person.
Fair. Or so we thought.
I just think of cats being more that way as opposed to a very outgoing, boisterous, like a dog.
What does Noah Williamson have? I'm going
I bet
beta fish.
No, iguana.
Oh, yeah, he does. He's got one of those really
But he's got an
obnoxiously large aquarium
Yep.
things.
Yep, and he does his wingspan and the iguana.
Yeah,
little
you're
sun
right.
on his arms while he's walking
I
around.
think that's a great call, honestly.
Yeah,
He would have an iguana.
and probably at Bucknell, they probably didn't allow.
That's probably part of his NIL.
anything with fur to be your pet.
Yeah.
All right, so Conrad, in our remaining minute or two, does Alabama get the W?
Yes.
More importantly, do they cover?
Yes. I'm gonna go because Hofstra will want it to be lower scoring, a slower paced game. I'm gonna go Alabama. Let's go 77-63.
Okay.
A 14-point victory there.
All right, so that's 140 points.
Nope.
What are you thinking?
If Bama's going to Bama, they're going to at least have to be in the mid to upper 80s.
Okay.
I like Alabama to win today. I will go 89-68.
Ooh. I like that one better.
Wait a minute. Did I steal that from somebody? Somebody else won 89-68. Who was it yesterday? Let me change my score.
It wasn't
89-70.
Okay. A modest gain there for the Pride.
Okay. All right.
You have a prediction, Pat?
85-76, Alabama.
So no cover, but the win. Okay. Do you think it's maybe a double-digit game late, and then Bama kind of backs off and Hofstra comes back,
No.
or is it just going to be
I
a
don't think
a
it's
tighter game?
I just think it's going to be one of those.
By the
One
way,
of those frustrating
that
games?
score was from Georgia's loss to Gonzaga last year in the first round of the tournament, 89-68. They lost by way more than that last night.
They sure did.
Almost 40.
A bunch. Well, the good news for the SEC, they have only lost one game. And if you're a Georgia Bulldog fan, that's the only game we've lost.
Is that going to do it for us?
It is. We're done.
Hey, thanks to all of you. Hope your bracket's not busted. Enjoy it if it is, or if it's not. Appreciate our friends here at Twin Peaks. We'll have all kinds of reaction coming up Monday.